Hello, thanks for joining us here on Encore. Coming up in the show. Winter can't come fast enough for Game of Thrones fans as the global mega-series returns for its penultimate season. Emma Watson finds herself caught up in the somewhat sinister Circle in a new film which takes aim at the all-seeing, all-knowing digital realm. And jazz provides the soundtrack to the summer here in Paris as the master of the genre, Django Reinhardt, is celebrated at a festival in the grounds of the castle at Fontainebleau. We're one step closer to finding out just who will sit upon the Iron Throne as the Emmy Award-winning series Game of Thrones enters its 7th season. It's a long-awaited return for the planet's most popular TV show and the penultimate instalment of the saga. What we know so far, pop star Ed Sheeran and actor Jim Broadbent will be making an appearance, and what we can guess is that there will be sex, violence and plenty of political intrigue. In the US, each episode pulls in more than 23 million viewers, the sort of ratings that have shattered records all over the world. Stars of the show were on the red carpet in LA for the premiere, with a few clues as to what we can expect.
Whatever stands in our way, we will defeat it. We're the last Lannisters. The last ones who count.
I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms.
It's exciting to see these women take control and just kick butt, basically, and I love it. We've seen a lot of these women be completely stepped on and like oppressed, and now they're not taking it anymore, and I think that feels very relevant at the moment.
They have packed so much into these 7 episodes, you can't believe it. There's not a single episode where you're like, oh, okay, oh, that was lame. Usually episode 9 of each season is the big one. Every single episode of season 7 is an episode 9, so brace yourselves.
The Great War is here.
Next, with social media, digital transactions and virtual reality seeping into every part of our daily lives, that phenomenon is, of course, ever more present in arts and culture. Dave Eggers' book, The Circle, is a reflection on our ultra-connected society, and it's now been made into a film. Starring Tom Hanks and Emma Watson, the movie blends both serious critique and comedy in what amounts to a very modern thriller. Here's a preview.
When we are our best selves, the possibilities are a problem that we cannot solve. We can cure.
Welcome to The Circle, a powerful tech company whose tiny cameras explore the realities of living under a constant live feed to social networks.
I am a believer in the perfectibility of human beings.
Based on the 2013 Dave Eggers novel, the film is both a warning and satire.
We all pay taxes. And what, 80% of us did that online last year? Why not stop duplicating services? Why not just make it all part of one unified system?
So if you took Amazon and Google and Apple and Facebook and Uber and jammed it all into one entity, that's what The Circle is.
Originally screened at the Tribeca Film Festival earlier this year, Variety magazine calls it a dystopian thriller. In a world where The Circle knows everything about everyone, idealistic dreams are soon shattered as Watson's character suffers the costs of both over and under engaging in social media.
You're most scared of?
Unfulfilled potential.
Pressure to share has become oppressive in its own way. And what initially felt like freedom very quickly switches and becomes something very different.
For Watson, who was a goodwill ambassador to UN Women and an outspoken feminist, those pressures may be too familiar. Not only does her character's experience mirror the women can do and have it all fable, but allusions to sexual harassment in the industry strongly resonate as new tales of sexism pour out of Silicon Valley off the screen.
Would you like to go out with me?
It's very inappropriate.
Good.
There is no
Watson herself has come under fire this year for actions that some have argued are anti-feminist. But the actress has defended her seemingly contradictory choices, pointing out that efforts to patrol women's behavior are the very issues she seeks to challenge. While the film's reviews have been mostly negative, it has certainly provided ample opportunity for social critique.
Moving to dance now, the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theatre is back in France for a 3-week tour at the newly opened venue La Seine Musicale in the west of Paris. The company was founded by choreographer Alvin Ailey nearly 60 years ago and has found fame for its powerful storytelling of African American history through dance. Rebecca Rosman reports.
They've been recognized by the US Congress as a vital American cultural ambassador to the world. Now the 32 members of Alvin Ailey's American Dance Theatre are ready to live up to that expectation as they kick off the first leg of their European tour in Paris. From now until July 22nd, the company will be performing excerpts from 6 of its ballets.
It's a celebration of our common humanity. When we look at the world today, everybody's on one side or the other. What we attempt to do is bring everybody together in this theater so that we are all dancing as one.
The tour will also include several premieres, such as Ella, a tribute to the works of jazz singer Ella Fitzgerald, and Our Evolution, inspired by the speeches of Dr. Martin Luther King. The troupe was founded by African-American choreographer Alvin Ailey in 1958. Ailey quickly became known for his original piece, Revelations. Considered radical when it first premiered in 1960, the performance takes the audience on a journey through African-American spiritual music, a history lesson through dance. Yannick Lebrun is one of the company's principal dancers, and also the only French member. It's performances like Revelations that drew him to Alvin Ailey.
This company wanted to celebrate the heritage of the African-American culture and the modern dance tradition. And now you have people from all over the world who come and see this company with physical ballets, with athletic dancers, beautiful dancers.
Alvin Ailey's European tour will continue through early September.
Jazz lovers here in Paris almost had to dig out their umbrellas and anoraks when the annual Django Reinhardt festival was threatened with wet weather. The celebration's usual home in Samois-sur-Seine had to be abandoned for somewhere a little more rainproof, the grounds of Fontainebleau's castle. The festival's in its 38th year now, and France 24 went to meet the Gypsy Jazz musicians leading the charge.
Shoes are off and hips are swinging in the royal park of Fontainebleau. This year, torrential rain forced the annual Django Reinhardt festival to abandon its usual home in Samois-sur-Seine and set up camp somewhere a little more protected. On stage, Les Droits de l'Homme are playing their latest album, entitled Le Cœur des Vivants, or The Heart of the Living. Drums are making an appearance for the first time.
En fait, on a toujours cherché à faire des compos, à s'éloigner des standards.
We've always tried to come up with different compositions to challenge the standard way of doing things. This new direction's been in the pipelines for a while. As for the arrival of percussion, it means we had to write differently, and that we had to focus on influences outside of the gypsy tradition.
The band's sound is by turns flamenco-infused, Middle Eastern, and contemporary.
I heard this amazing story of a 20-year-old Syrian who trained in a swimming pool in Damascus to cross the sea between Greece and Turkey. I decided to write a song about him called Amir Across the Sea.
What makes them interesting is their capacity to integrate elements from all over, from all sorts of different cultures. And it's exactly what Django himself was doing in the 1930s. It's an approach that was at the core of a typically European jazz movement, but shot through with influences from around the world.
Backstage, and the fun doesn't stop. And nor does the music, for a band that's been touring France for the past 14 years.
The idea is to show that we don't take ourselves seriously.
C'est que de la musique aussi.
It's not a mass, it's not meant to be solemn.
But you are among the best.
We are the best.
S'il y a pas de parmi,
It's not a question of being among the best.
Can you cut that?
Also drawing the crowds this year, the likes of Roberto Fonseca, Avishai Cohen and Trombone Shorty. Bad weather may have called for a last-minute change of venue, but jazz lovers weren't going to keep away.
Finally, we'll leave you with the luminous images of Henri Mongan. The French painter is best known as one of the founding fathers of Fauvism, pushing the Impressionist style of his masters forward to create the vibrant pastel tone canvases that have come to symbolise the genre. His paintings are now on show at the Impressionism Museum of Giverny, Claude Monet's former home in Normandy. Remember to check out our website for more arts and culture, and of course you can keep up with Encore on social media too. There's more news coming up on France 24 after this.